Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Venya and today I want to talk to you about some YouTube trends that are really wasteful and that need to stop. I definitely do not want to hate on those who do these kind of videos or make them. I understand that they can be quite fascinating and I used to watch them a lot and enjoy watching them a lot, but lately I've just seen this trend explode on YouTube and to me it just makes no sense to continue this trend. So let's start with the first one. So the first trend that I want to talk about is the kind of videos I bought clothes for $400 from Wish or from all these other fancy websites. These videos definitely need to stop. People spend their hard-earned money on crap. Sorry to say it like that, but most of the things they order, especially on these like cheap websites, are just not good quality and they won't last long. So people will end up throwing these items away because there is no return policy for these companies or websites, and they just have to keep them, and because they do not want to keep them because the clothes, if they order clothes, they don't fit with technology, the technology breaks or does not even work in the first place. So people just end up throwing a whole bunch of stuff away just for one YouTube video. It's just a huge waste of resources. The shipping alone, most of the stuff comes from China and other Asian countries, and each item is shipped individually, and this creates a huge like mountain of waste, just the shipping process alone. So this is a trend that definitely needs to stop. Again, people who do these videos, I kind of enjoyed watching these as well because it is kind of fun to see what people get when they order something and if they really get the items that they ordered, but is it really worth the money, the time and the resources that are wasted? The second type of video just goes along with these like wish hauls, is clothes hauls, where people spend X amount of money on a certain clothing brand. And while I'm aware that you can always return the clothes that you order, again, it is this process of ordering something and sending back the whole thing that kind of bothers me. If you need clothes, why not just go into a store, look for the specific thing that you want? And again, I know this is for entertainment purposes, but I think in our days we kind of also have to think on the environmental impact that we have with ordering all this different stuff. Also, I think that many people do not even send back the clothes, but maybe then give them away. Donating the stuff is not the worst thing that could happen to it, but why ordering it in the first place if you do not plan on really keeping any of it? A third trend that I really hate that is going on YouTube is like makeovers, whether it is like clothes makeovers, room makeovers, where people just renew their whole entire environment, apartment and wardrobe whatsoever, and what happens with the old stuff. New stuff that people bring into their lives is often kind of depending on some kind of fashion trend that is in. Like nowadays with the minimalism movement, it is like white and clean lines, white furniture, plants everywhere, and oftentimes people buy all these things new, and then after a while, after this trend stops and people get inspired by different things, which again is totally fine, then all this stuff is being renewed, the old stuff is going out and new stuff is coming in. That is something that I really dislike. I'm a huge fan of repurposing old stuff, or maybe instead of buying new furniture, just try and paint the ones you have if you want a different color in your room. This is much more sustainable for the environment, and you get to and you get to change the looks of your room without really having to buy anything new. So you save money and you save resources at the same time. A fourth trend that I think is really wasteful are subscription boxes. How many times have I walked through the city center and people were offering me subscription boxes where I get the first box for free for makeup, for food, for clothes, for just anything you can imagine basically. And I can definitely see the appeal in subscription boxes, because you don't really know what you're getting. It is kind of a surprise and a present each month or each week or whatever when you get it. So I can definitely see the appeal, but most of the time you don't need half of the stuff that is in there. Especially with makeup and clothes, at some point you're like satisfied and fulfilled with the stuff that you already have, and you do not need another lipstick or another makeup brush or another foundation that is just going to be sitting in your closet, and eventually you're going to throw it out because it's expired or you realize that you don't use it, and then you've basically wasted the product, you have the plastic waste that you created, and just because of a subscription box that you paid for. So you paid money for throwing things away eventually. And a fifth thing that I think is really wasteful is collections. I've seen these videos a few times. I'm not really interested in them myself, but there are certain things that people collect. In early times it was like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this stuff where you have collector's items and you can open things and then you see what you get. They're like, I don't know what you call them, beanie babies? I don't even know what they are. These are hatchables, these like eggs where you rub them and they have this little plastic thing inside. Stuff like that. People buy hundreds of these, open them up in order to collect all of them. They don't get all of them. Their collection is incomplete. They do not even want to collect them, but they just want to make a YouTube video on it because they know this is trending at the moment. Again, I'm not hating or anything, but I think it's just a waste of money, time and resources. You end up with a lot of plastic waste. And you cannot even do anything with it. If you're like a huge fan of, I don't know, Lord of the Rings, and you collect items concerning that and you keep them at your home and they bring fun and joy to your life, then it is totally fine. Buy as much as you want, as long as it is satisfying and fun for you. But if it is something that you're not interested in and you just produce these videos for views, this is it. Like, why would someone create so much waste and stuff just for a YouTube video? And is this like worth nothing in the end, just a huge pile of trash that is left? So these are some of the YouTube like fashion and trends that I really dislike, and I wish that would stop or like take a different turn. For example, why not, when you do a fashion haul, do a thrift shop haul? I know there are more and more videos about this out there as well, what I'm really happy about, and I watch them all the time. So that is a good thing. But all the rest, it just needs to stop so that we can create less waste on this planet. I know, sorry, this was like a short rant on wasteful trends on the internet. I've got more to come of these with different topics that really annoy me, and I think people should think about before doing one of these videos or start wasting resources in such a huge amount. So that was it from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next one. Bye.